This is Tank's vlog from the slums of Belleville on January 16th, 2019, ramping up the day in sports. We're brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you can hear on SoundCloud and iTunes. We're tuning up things. We'll be doing new shows soon, so keep your ears open and your head to the ground. That's Allow Me to Be Frank on SoundCloud and iTunes. Boy, I tell you, we went to the Golden State Warriors went to Denver, and they were on fire! Oh boy, what a way the game began! 51 points in the first quarter. 51 points in the first quarter. New NBA record. They hit 10 3-pointers. They shot the lights out. I mean, offenses in Denver, it just seems like whatever sport it is, football, baseball, not so much hockey, but every sport in Denver, it's like they get these just like outrageous offensive performances from time to time. And that was the case today, and it wasn't any individual effort. Klay Thompson, and Stephen Curry each had 31 points. That's the game high. As the Warriors won the game 142-111, and are now back in first place in the Western Conference. The loss ends a 12-game winning streak for the Nuggets, who had been the top team in the West. But that was the Golden State Warriors going out today after times appearing disinterested, bored at times, going out today saying, "That's who we are. That's why we're going to win our third straight championship. That's why the best team in the NBA." I mean, damn. Just absolutely pummeled the Nuggets. Elsewhere, it was the Pacers eclipsing the Suns 131-97. The 76ers took down the Timberwolves 149-107. A lot of competitive games tonight in the NBA. It was the Hawks 142-126 over the Thunder, despite a strong game from Russell Westbrook. Boy, the Thunder just seem to like trip over themselves every now and then. It was the Bucks 124-86 over the Heat. And the clone game that was decided by less than 10. It was the Los Angeles Lakers beating the Chicago Terribles 107-100. NBA action. Watch the blowouts. Yay! NHL. It was the Islanders getting a goal by Victor Filipa to beat the Blues 2-1 in overtime. The Rangers blew past the Hurricanes 6-2. Devils in the second of a back-to-back came out flat as they fell in Columbus 4-1 to the Blue Jackets. Anthony Niemi got the start for Montreal as they beat the Panthers 5-1. In the Canadiens 5-1 win, it was Anthony Niemi making 52 saves. Talk about a good night. It was the Red Wings going past the Ducks 3-1. Lately, the Anaheim Ducks have not been too mighty. That's 12 straight losses for the Ducks. 12 straight losses for the not-so-mighty Ducks. It was the Predators hammering the Capitals 7-2. Hat-trick by Arvidsson. It was the Wild in a shootout over the Kings 3-2. Jets have now won 6 straight, beating the Golden Knights 4-1. It was the Lightning 2-0 winners over the Stars as Vasiliev got a shutout. And the San Jose Sharks took down the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-2. Today's 3 stars are Anthony Niemi of the Canadiens, who had 52 saves, Russell Westbrook, who had 31 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists in a losing effort, and Laurent Brossoit, who had 43 saves in the Jets' win over the Vegas Golden Knights. Today's birthday shout-out goes to a quarterback who's going to be on the market any day now when the season's over, after he led the Ravens to a Super Bowl championship, and now it's going to be interesting to see what team gives him a chance. Not the Dolphins, please. Not the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins. Not that he's a bad quarterback. He's not what we need. We need youth. We need to rebuild. We need to do it right. We need to do it slowly. Flacco could go to a team like the Jacksonville Jaguars that might need a quarterback just to push them over the edge, just to give him a chance, a fair chance to win. Joe Flacco's a win-now move, and because he's 34 as of today. So happy birthday, Joe Flacco. And we take a look back to one of the great stories in the history of hockey. Back in the challenge days when teams could challenge for the Stanley Cup, the Ottawa Silver Seven, perhaps the best team during that era, received a challenge from Dawson City. For those of you who don't know where Dawson City is on the map, it's way up north, near the Arctic Circle in the Yukon. Now, that's a tough trip today, where you could take planes, you could take trains, you could take cars. 1905, they didn't have any cars. 1905, they didn't have any planes. So this team had to travel by dog sled to southern Yukon and Whitehorse. Take a train, a narrow gauge train, a small train on a thin track over hills and mountains into Alaska, which had to be delayed a couple times for snow. Then they had to take a ship from Alaska in the winter months to Seattle, from Seattle to Vancouver, from Vancouver a train all the way to Ottawa. It took almost a month for them to make the journey of 4,000 miles. And then when they got there, they got hammered. They lost the first game 9-2. They lost the second one 23-2. And then they went barnstorming. They won a few games on the barnstorming tour. But I think the Dawson City Klondikes, or Dawson City Nuggets, they were kind of had both names went by. And their strange challenge for the Stanley Cup is one of the great stories of all time. And you could click on that story at Barstool Sports, or listen, or look and see, or check it out at Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Don't forget to listen to me, Allow Me to Be Frank, and have a good day.